We're going to begin this morning's practice lying back. Now, I've set up my bolster, so I'm going to lie back over that with the cushion under my head. You can do the same or lie on the ground. And if you'd like to play the music alongside, we'll start the first one now as well. Okay. It's Wednesday, midweek, mid-vinyasa of the week. If you're using your bolster, snuggle it in there to the back of your waist. And I think something to prop the head is nice to ease the neck and shoulders, arms wide of the body. So even if you're not using the bolster, you might like a cushion under the head. Take the arms nice and wide, let the shoulders drop. And you can just stretch the legs out long as you would in Savasana. And let the eyes close, come into the body. And feel the sense of dropping in as you begin to turn the awareness to your breath. Notice how you feel. And perhaps gently encourage your breath to become a little slower and deeper. Without forcing anything, see if you can begin to move towards three-phase breathing. Just feel it one phase at a time beginning to appear. So it's this balance of beginning to take control of the breath without ignoring the natural rhythm. We're not trying to force a pattern on here. We're trying to let it emerge from what was there in the beginning. So it's a very relaxed, organic lengthening of the breath. Let's take one more. And with the very next breath in, let's expand, stretching into the arms and legs, maybe arms wide or overhead. And as we breathe out, roll yourself up. So when you come all the way up, let's bend the knees, feet to the earth. Hold the back of your knees, lean back. So the back is really strong and straight. Lift the chest, lift the feet. Now take a breath in, lifting through the heart. Breathe out, hands forwards. This variation of boat pose. So take a breath in, lift through the heart. And as you breathe out, just think about drawing the knees in a bit more. Let's take one more breath like that. Inhale, lifting high through the heart. Now cross the legs, breathe out, bring the legs down and sit forwards. Flex the feet towards each other, the toes curling in. Take a breath in and let the body lift a little bit with that inhale. And then bow deeper as you exhale, easing out the hips. A mental note of what leg is in front there. Let's rise up again, breathe in. Breathe out, set up that Navasana pose again, boat pose. Good, now breathe in, lift through the heart, shoulders back, neck in line. Breathe out, draw the knees closer. So you want to really feel this through the core muscles, not your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out, knees closer. Let's take one more breath in. Cross the other leg in front as you exhale. Come to that seated forward bend in cross leg. Good. Now take a breath in. A wave of breath rises. Breathe out. Sit deeper. And coming up as we breathe in, bring the hands to the legs. Now start to circle here in our seated cross-leg position. Let the upper body all around in a little circle, rounding through the back, opening through the front. Changing direction whenever it feels right. See if you can feel right into the neck and shoulders, sides of the body. Stay with your breath as the eyes close, head around one more time the other direction. Let this bring you into your body and what you're holding on to. Feel it begin to ease out. Yes, head on back towards the middle of the circle and bring one hand to the earth by your side. Now take the other arm up and over, a little side bend here. And as you breathe out, round the back forwards, turning the gaze slightly down. Just stay here, take a breath. Now breathing out, take that top arm all the way down, hand towards the earth. Take a breath. Then we let this rise. As we inhale, we come back to the middle and head to the other side. So your hand to the earth, the other arm rises up and over, a little side bend. Stay there and breathe out. And as you're breathing in, you take it that little bit further over, and then same side, just round the back, navel into the spine, turning the gaze downwards. Take a breath. And on the out breath, let the hand come down from there to meet the earth. Maybe just the fingertips, that'll do. Take a breath here. Feeling a slight rounding of the back. And on the inhale, just pull yourself back to the middle. Let's take the arms wide up overhead. And one more time, bring it forwards. Good, let the head go. Take a breath into the hips. Let the next inhale bring you up. Stretch the legs straight out ahead of you. Just give the knees, the ankles a little rest. We've got to clear our mats and we're going to come over to all fours. Now, anchor the hands firm on the earth. Breathe in. Lift the head and tailbone. Now, instead of just rounding into cat, let's circle our way up there through the side of the body, moving across cat. Circle your way out through the other side. Just keep this going in this direction a couple more times. And then we'll let it change direction. So go at your pace. Listen to your breath. Feel into the edges, the corners, the earth. And when we come around the middle again, let's breathe in, lifting through the head, the tailbone. From here, let's come to downward dog. Drop the head, a little walking on the spot. Breathe, connecting into your breath. Perfect. One more breath. Drop on down to your knees, and from there, just ease your way down all the way to the earth. Bring the arms out ahead of you. Let's come to upward puppy as we breathe in. lifting into the crown of the head. And you could just stay here, or let's bend one leg, reach back and hold the foot. Push the foot into the hand to draw the heart up a little more, keeping the arms straight. Good, then release it, exhale. And we'll have for the other side. So we hold the foot, breathing in, press the foot back. Stay here, breathe out. And one more time, it's this half bow. Breathing out, let it go this time. Come down, hands to the earth under your shoulders. And peel up into a little cobra. Now back on the knees, lift through the middle and head for downward dog. Let's walk our way up towards the top of the mat. And when you get there, breathe in, slide the hands over the feet, over the shins, lift halfway. Exhale down the backs of the legs into our forward bend. And drop the hands to the earth, let the arms and the head be heavy. Have a little sway. Now bending the knees, start to sway your way, uncurling upwards. Take your time. Pausing along the way, keep breathing. Rising at the top as you're ready, the arms open wide and come up. And then gather, exhale to the third eye, the heart center. Good, so standing with the feet hip width apart. Let's breathe in, let the arms come down and then wide up overhead. As we exhale, gather that in down the midline to our forward bend. Hands to the earth, drop the head. Inhale, sliding hands over the feet, over the shins, lift halfway. Now on no breath, step back to plank. And then as you exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Legs straight or knees on the earth. Let's come into locust. Breathing in, interlace the fingers behind. Breathing out, hands to the earth, lift through the middle and come back to downward dog. On no breath, walk your way up your mat. Then breathe in, sliding hands over the feet, over the shins, half lift. Exhale, slide the hands down the backs of the legs, fold in, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, soften and roll your way up, rounding the back. Open the arms to the sky. Gather it back to the heart, exhale. So the hands come down, we inhale, open wide to the sky, feel the beginning, the middle, the end. Exhale, gather it in, round it and fold it down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, beginning, middle, end. No breath, step back to plank, and then exhale, chaturanga, beginning, middle, end. Inhale, now rise in cobra or upward dog, or stick with locust if that feels best. Head back, downward dog, beginning, middle, ending fully in downward dog. No breath, walk up to the top, then breathing in, rising halfway, beginning, middle, end, exhale all the way to your forward fold, beginning, middle, end. Bend the knees, uncurl, beginning, middle, ending with the hands in the sky. Exhale, gather it. Beginning, middle, end. Keep it flowing. Let the hands go. Breathe in, wide, beginning, middle, end. Exhale, gather it, fold it in, beginning, middle. At the end, feel the full forward fold. Sliding the hands up the legs, inhale halfway, beginning, middle, end. No breath, step back. And then exhale, beginning to lower, middle, end. Deep inhale, rising, beginning, your back bend, middle, end. Exhale to downward dog, beginning, middle, end. No breath, walk on up to the top, then rising halfway, beginning, middle, end. Exhale, flow down, beginning, middle, end. Rising, bend the knees, inhale, opening, taking it to the top. Exhale, gather it to the heart. Let the hands go, let's keep flowing. Inhale, wide and up overhead. Exhale, gather it, fold it in, beginning, middle, end. Inhale, half lift, beginning, middle, end. No breath, step back. Chaturanga, exhale, beginning, middle, end. Inhale, rising, beginning, middle, end. Exhale, traveling back, beginning, middle, end. No breath. Come to the top of the mat. Inhale, half rising, beginning, middle, end. Exhale, forward fold, beginning, middle, end. Inhale, rising. Hands to the sky. Exhale, gather it. Tadasana. So let's keep it flowing now with less of my words, integrating the flow for yourself. Exhale to bow. Inhale, half lift. No breath to plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to rise. Exhale, downward dog. No breath, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising. Gather it. I'm going to do one more round. I won't say anything. Let's go. The end of that round, Tadasana, let the eyes close. And bring the hands forwards, breathe in. Open wide through the heart, into the hands, then spin the hands back. Interlace behind, soften. Rise through the heart, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Letting the hands rise off the back, drop the head. Take a breath here. End of the breath. Let the fingertips come to the earth. Breathe in, half lifting. Feel the beginning. At the middle, start to move the feet apart. Turn the toes out. There's the end. And now we bend the knees, moving towards a squat. Now, as we inhale, bring a little movement, a little flow, a rise and fall, or side to side. Now, as you breathe out, see how the hips feel about moving towards a squat. Now let this move your way. Maybe it feels good today to just get right down in there. Maybe it's more easing in and out feels better. So let's take one more round of breath. Be with your hips as they are. And then in your way, make your way to the earth, coming right down to sit. Stretch your legs out ahead of you. Breathe in, arms out ahead of you. Breathe out, roll down. As you breathe in, take the arms wide and overhead. Reach to fingers and toes. And breathing out, gather it in. Knees into the body. Place the feet on the earth now, hip width apart. Arms down on the ground by your sides. Breathe out as you roll your hips back and rise up towards a bridge. And take a breath in this first bridge. And as you breathe out, roll it back down again. As you breathe in, rock the hips forwards. And breathing out, roll them back and rise up. Stay in this bridge for the inhale and let it move. Let the hips sway or tilt or rise and fall. Then breathing out, roll it down once more. Rock the hips forwards, breathing in. We're going to go up into the bridge one more time and we'll stay in it for a little longer. So exhaling to come up into it. Now you might like to interlace the fingers underneath. Be with the flow of your breath and let that be a flow through the body as well. Notice the natural expansion of the bridge as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, just cultivate your strength by pulling the feet in the direction of the head. So again, it's not that they move. It's almost like they're trying to pull your mat towards you, strengthening the hamstrings and glutes. So a couple more breaths in this way. On the inhale, perhaps feel the shins move forwards as you rise. And on the exhale, conscious pulling of the feet inwards towards the head. One more time. Let's take one more breath. Now this exhale, spread the hands apart, the shoulders apart, and begin to roll the spine down. You can come all the way down on that exhale or bring in an extra breath to get there. Then rock the hips forwards. Roll them back, draw the knees into the body. And thread the needle. Let's cross the right leg over the left. Bring the hands in and around the back of the left leg. Maybe you'd like your cushion in under your head here again, you could. Okay, release the grip with the hands, put the left foot to the earth, open the arms wide, keep the same shape in the legs and let them drop to the left so that the sole of that right foot aims for the earth, maybe even lands there. Take a breath in, long breath out, and bring it up in the same shape and over the other way as you exhale. So here, the right leg is helping your left knee to come down towards the earth. Breathe. Back to the middle on the inhale. Now over to the left again on the exhale. This time let the top leg come all the way over and down. Put your left hand on the outside of your knee. Extend out through the right arm. Turn the head to the right. Come on back in once more. Come back to thread the needle one more time, same leg. You might even take your hands over your shin this time. Maybe. Okay, extend the right leg off the left, up to the sky, and then down the mat. Thread the needle now on the other side. So bend the right leg, left leg over it, and we slip both hands in and around the back of the right leg. Now let go, put the right foot on the floor, open the arms out wide, and on an exhale, let both legs move over to the right, keeping the left knee pointing upwards towards your ceiling. And take a breath here, that deep outward rotation in the left hip. And back to the middle as you breathe in. Both legs over to the left, breathing out. It's really interesting to notice as we move through these three variations of the twist, what shows up. I love feeling into these little corners and angles that we don't always get to. Back to the middle as you breathe in. Keeping the same shape, we're going to bring the legs over to the right once more, but this time, top leg comes over and down. Your right hand can help it. Completely different feeling. So breathe into what's here. Come back as you're ready to the middle. And one last time, thread the needle. Maybe without forcing. Maybe we could bring our hands around the shin this time. Take one more breath. This is all about that left hip. Keep the foot flexed, protect your knee. And then the left leg is going to just slide off the right leg up to the sky. And then away down the mat. Keep a hold of the right leg, draw that in. Good. Bring the other leg back in, both legs in. Now, you can roll yourself off to your side, gather what you need for Savasana. Or if you need to keep it brief or just want to keep it simple, stretch the legs out long from where you are, arms wide of your body. Maybe a cushion under your head. Nice. How do you feel at this point in your week, in your practice? Bring yourself to settle on the earth. I talked earlier in the week about the idea of vinyasa, and everything being a vinyasa, really, a cycle. In the course of our week, we have our weekday cycles right here in the middle. In the course of the month, we have the full moon right now, the middle, the peak. Notice how you feel in yourself at this point. Can you settle into this moment? Accepting all that you've done, all that you've achieved. Knowing there's still a whole second half, the closing phase, the waning cycle of the moon. Right here and now, how do you feel? Let go of what's been. Let go of what may be coming. Take this moment of pure presence. Allow everything to be. Now, if you have your own positive affirmation, repeat it 3 times. Or as you bring your awareness to the natural rise and fall of your breath, repeat to yourself in rhythm with the breath 2 words. just this. Now, become aware of the sounds. Aware of where you are. The feeling in the body. Take a deeper breath in. Give yourself a little stretch, like a yawn through the body. Now, as you breathe out, empty the back into the earth. Roll the kneecaps towards the ceiling. Now hold the pelvis steady. On an out breath, bend one leg, bring the foot to the ground or bolster, and then the other leg. And then roll over to your side. And come up slowly from there as you're ready. And once you've found your seat, let the palms face up, let the eyes close. Just this. Draw the hands together at your heart center. As you bow your head, bring to mind something you feel grateful for. Let's take a breath in, open the arms wide, stretch up overhead. Breathe out, gather it in, draw it down to the third eye, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste.